Meghan Markle, the Duchess of Sussex, is returning to acting. Reports are already coming in as to how this is already backfiring.
She's loyal to no one. Harry's loyal to no one. I do not trust these two to teach me anything about warmth, love, family, and tradition when it comes to the holiday season.
There are certain moments in celebrity culture that feel less like announcements and more like shockwaves. And Meghan Markle quietly stepping back into the acting world is exactly that kind of moment. After years of global attention, royal controversies, media debates, and endless speculation, she has suddenly reappeared in a place most people believed she left behind for good. She's returning to scripted entertainment, sliding back onto a film set, and taking a role that instantly raises questions about loyalty, ambition, and timing. People are wondering why she chose this project, why now, and what it means for everything she's been building. This comeback isn't just about acting, it's about control, image, and influence. 3 things Meghan has always been incredibly strategic about. Before we dive deeper, make sure you tap like and subscribe because we break down stories the mainstream outlets tiptoe around, and your support helps hype the video so it reaches more people. Now let's get into what Meghan is really doing with this unexpected acting return.
Apparently she's going to be playing herself, of course.
Meghan's relationship with acting has always been complicated, even before the royal whirlwind. Most people know her from the hit show Suits, where she played Rachel Zane and became one of the show's standout characters. What many forget is that Meghan had been acting for years before that, appearing in small roles, commercials, and brief movie parts. She worked her way through Hollywood in a steady, determined climb, something that often gets overshadowed now by royal drama. Leaving Suits was supposed to be her big shift into another chapter of life, one tied to marriage, philanthropy, and global attention rather than scripts and sets. Her transition felt final. Hollywood seemed like a closed book for her, so for her to come back now, after everything, has sent fans and critics scrambling for clues. Her return centers around a new Amazon MGM Studios film titled Close Personal Friends. On paper, the movie sounds like a light, glossy, character-driven story about 2 couples, one famous, one not, navigating the complex world of modern relationships. The cast is strong, including names like Lily Collins, Brie Larson, Jack Quaid, and Henry Golding. But Meghan's role, it's not a fictional character. It's herself. She's appearing in a cameo as Meghan Markle. And that choice alone is creating a little storm of conversation. Some say it's safe, some say it's clever. Others think it weirdly blurs reality and performance in a way only Meghan could pull off. But no matter the angle, everyone agrees. This is a bold way to return.
Seems desperate. This seems like her trying to rewrite this, see, I am popular in Hollywood. Here I am in a movie where it's actually happening, and here's the cast of the film. And we got Meghan, the Duchess of Sussex.
On set, Meghan reportedly came across as warm, upbeat, and surprisingly energized. Sources described her as joking about being rusty, even though it was obvious she had rehearsed. That small detail tells you everything about her. Meghan doesn't walk into anything unprepared. She doesn't leave anything to chance. She knows how she's being perceived, and she knows every move will be scrutinized. By playing herself, she controls the narrative. She decides how she looks, how she speaks, and how she re-enters the entertainment conversation. And that's where the real strategy of her comeback starts to take shape. Public reaction has been mixed in a way Meghan is probably used to by now. Supporters think it's refreshing. They say she deserves to reclaim the parts of her career she left behind, and that acting was always a more natural fit than palace protocol. Critics, on the other hand, are calling it calculated. They claim she's stepping into the spotlight again because other projects didn't land as strongly as hoped. And whether fair or not, those criticisms feed the mystery around her timing. Why return exactly now, after years of insisting acting was behind her?
Yeah, we've seen her hang out with the Paramount people. They did have a deal, or they were talking to Amazon before they secured their Netflix deal. They were supposed to do an Invictus Games.
Meghan's recent ventures add another layer to that question. Through Archewell Productions, she shifted into nonfiction storytelling, lifestyle content, and scripted development behind the scenes. Some of these projects gained traction, others faced lukewarm reception. The truth is, none of them hit the cultural impact that Suits did. And after the media attention that followed her exit from the royal family, expectations were sky high. So stepping back into acting, even in a cameo, could signal that she wants to reconnect with the part of her identity that once worked best for her. Not royal titles, not boardroom deals, but performing. There's also the element of risk here. Playing yourself in a movie can either come across as playful and confident, or it can appear self-referential in a way that backfires. People are quick to judge anything Meghan does through a harsher lens, and she knows that. She's experienced enough to understand the stakes. So if she agreed to step into this role, she must believe it serves a larger purpose in shaping her public image. That's why many analysts are calling this a controlled comeback, rather than a full return to Hollywood. She isn't diving back into dramatic roles. She isn't joining a long series or taking on a major lead. She's dipping her toe in, but in a way that still makes noise.
Encouraging a relationship with Jeff Bezos, who is becoming more and more of a money man in Hollywood. So that's why she went to the Kardashians' party, because Jeff Bezos was hosting it. So more and more she wants to get close to him because he's got lots of money for productions.
It's important to note that Meghan had reportedly been receiving acting offers for years. Studios and producers know her name carries global recognition. Whether the audience loves her or criticizes her, they still click, and Hollywood loves attention. What's interesting is that she didn't take any of those offers before this one. She waited. She chose carefully. So close personal friends must have offered something different. Maybe it felt safe, maybe it felt clever, or maybe it gave her the precise level of visibility she wanted without the pressure of carrying a full movie. When someone as media savvy as Meghan picks a project, you know it wasn't random. Another twist is how this comeback interacts with her royal narrative. Meghan has spent years trying to redefine her identity outside of the royal institution. She shifted toward philanthropy, lifestyle projects, children's content, and documentaries. But even after all that, people still link her more strongly to the monarchy than to Hollywood. Stepping back into acting is one of the few moves that pulls her away from that identity. It reminds the public that she was a working actress long before she stepped into the royal spotlight. In a way, it's a reclamation.
I think that they've been pretty disappointed in what Harry and Meghan have brought to the table.
But even with this comeback, some critics argue the move feels cautious. They say returning as herself doesn't allow her to show range or create a new acting persona. Instead, it keeps her locked in the media version of Meghan, the figure constantly caught between admiration and criticism. However, that's exactly why this choice is intriguing. By playing herself, she sidesteps the pressure of proving she can still act at a high level while still reintroducing herself to the industry. It's like she's testing the water without fully stepping in. There is also a psychological dimension to this moment. Meghan left the acting world at its peak. Most actors who walk away from a hit show like Suits usually do so for bigger roles or major industry opportunities. Meghan traded it for royalty, an entirely different reality. But when she left the royal family behind, she also left that huge network of expectations and responsibilities. Acting again, even if briefly, could feel like returning to a part of herself she didn't get to finish exploring. Some fans think this cameo might awaken something in her, a reminder of a path she once loved but never fully completed. Industry insiders are curious about how other Hollywood players will interpret this move. If Close Personal Friends performs well or goes viral, they expect Meghan will receive even more offers. If she turns those down, the cameo may stand alone as a symbolic return rather than a full career relaunch. But if she accepts another role afterward, especially one with real dramatic depth, it will confirm that Hollywood Meghan is making her comeback in stages. That possibility alone has people watching closely.
So she's more and more sidling up to Jeff, and we hear Netflix aren't thrilled about that, as you can imagine.
Another layer to this story is the timing with the entertainment landscape. Hollywood has shifted significantly since Meghan left. Streaming platforms now dominate. Marketing is driven by algorithms, trending clips, and audience engagement rather than traditional premieres. In many ways, Meghan's global recognition gives her a built-in advantage in this new environment. She doesn't have to start from scratch. She already has reach. So, stepping back into acting now, when the industry is more open to unconventional pathways, could work in her favor. She doesn't need to win back audiences. She just needs to appear at the right moment. And this film might be that moment. The film itself is expected to have a warm, playful tone, and Meghan's cameo might reflect that. Some early whispers say her appearance will surprise viewers because it feels more relaxed and self-aware than people expect from her. If that's true, it could help reshape her public image, softening some of the criticism that has followed her. Fans are hoping this cameo shows a lighter, more grounded side of Meghan, something that reminds audiences why she was loved on screen long before the royal chapter began. As we wrap up this deep dive, one thing is clear: Meghan Markle's return to acting is not a random cameo. It's intentional, strategic, and symbolic. She's walking back into a world that once embraced her and then watched her leave for a destiny few could even imagine. Now she's returning on her own terms, at a pace she controls, in a role that lets her be herself while setting the stage for whatever comes next. Whether this cameo is the opening act for a full Hollywood return or just a standalone moment, it undeniably reignites the conversation around who Meghan is outside the royal narrative. If you enjoyed this breakdown and want more deep, high-retention stories just like this, make sure you hit like, drop a comment, and subscribe for the next update. Your engagement helps hype the video and keeps the channel growing.